Hey everybody, I am back with another message, lesson, whatever you want to call it. My name is Barbara Bass, and I'm a light in the dark, as you can see. All right, so anyway, this is a warning. There's somebody that's gonna be trying to hit you up, inquire about you that you haven't talked to in a long time, and you're kind of curious to see, are you okay, what you been up to, da 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 da. But you know that this person is toxic, but your curiosity, which is like a form of temptation, it's a form of temptation in this case. It's like it's literally killing you, bruh. It's literally killing you. Did you see how that just came out? Like a second ago, I was like, yo, delete this video and start it over. But I ain't even going to do it. I'm going to leave that right up in there because this is literally killing you. This person is toxic as crap. Do not get curious about this person. Do not answer the phone, man. With me, it was like that jank came across the phone as no caller ID. And I'm like, who is this, yo? Who's this calling from no caller ID? Like, don't nobody even got my number. So, obviously, this is somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because my circle is real small. Like, 3 people type jank. But, I'm like, who is this? So, that was the first level of temptation to answer a private call. It's private for a reason. Because, obviously, they had to call private because they blocked. You know what I'm saying? That's a reason right there to not answer the phone. But anyway, that was the first level of curiosity, is who's calling from no caller ID? Is anything good gonna come from this? No. That was common sense. But like I said, 223. That's my number for confirmation. But yeah, I just saw it on the thing. But man, don't be curious about no toxic person. Nothing good is going to come from a toxic person. Nothing good is going to come out of anything toxic that has, exudes toxicity. All right. So anyway, today's lesson is, I don't know if I'm going to call it, probably going to call it curious to hear them out. Because that's literally what happened. You know what I'm saying? If I want to catch people's attention who's on the same wavelength as us, this was probably going on in your life right now. You curious to hear this person out. Maybe you want to hear an explanation. It's something you want to hear from this person. So you like, man, I'm curious. Let me answer. Let me see who this is or whatever. Or let me see what they got to say in this, or what they want. And it's like, nah. So you're curious about that. Don't even answer the phone. Don't answer the door. Don't answer whatever. Don't pick it up. Don't open it. Don't do it. If you just have to, because this person might be family and you just want to, they're already crazy and toxic, you want to make sure they're alive, you know what I'm saying? Or someone that they know may still, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe in my case, the health of someone else, I don't really have access to unless I talk to this person. So I answer the phone because I want to make sure that the person that I'm trying to check on their health right now, I want to make sure that, I leave the gate open to know their status or whatever. So that's the only reason why I was curious to talk to this person in the first place, because I know the person that they link to is so weak right now. They probably can't even pick up the phone and call me. So their health status is dependent on me talking to this middle person. And this middle person is toxic as crap. So if you just gotta talk to the person, the smartest thing to do, especially if you got that feeling in your chest like they finna call, it's finna be toxic, it's finna be a crazy phone call, I don't want to deal with this right now, send them a text like, hey, everything alright? Because if somebody is bleeding, if it's an emergency, somebody done transition, they gonna send that in the text right then and there. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, it's emergency, whatever. But if they really don't want nothing and they just being a monitoring spirit and they just calling you to be toxic or whatever, like, bruh, don't get curious. Just send them a text, make sure everything good, and then act like you might hit them back and don't never hit them back, man. Make sure they alive or whatever. If you got to, send them a text, be like, yo, I'm busy, I'll hit you later, and just don't ever hit them back later. As long as you know they good and they still alive and ain't no emergency, you ain't gotta hit them back. Hit them back for what? To hear toxicity, crazy stories that you don't want to know nothing about. You don't want to be in the middle of it. Your name is Bennett and you not in it, okay? Like, dang, these people are crazy. But yeah, this is this more than likely is about a draining family member or a close friend, family, something like that. It could be somebody you with, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it don't matter. I ain't trying to put it in no box. These messages be vague because the stuff I be talking about can apply to anybody. But when you dealing with this person, you already know it's gonna end in an argument. It always end in an argument. Duh. You and this person don't clash. Y'all clash. Nah, I said don't clash. Y'all do clash. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, but they something about them just not the same as you. So what's within you clashes with what's within them. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they toxic, so they got lots of demons. You know what I'm saying? So of course you gonna clash with them. Something about this person, they just can't see. Like, they can't see clearly what they do. They don't take accountability or something. But yeah, you grown. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, this could be like somebody who older than you. You know what I'm saying? And when you young, you was around this person, you really couldn't see the truth about this person. Now they older, they done fell all the way off or whatever. And it's like you could see them for who they really are. Like, stuff when you younger, a lot of mistakes that people make that's older than you, it kind of go over your head because you young and it just is what it is. You got to deal with it. But when you get older and you realize how traumatizing what they did or how they really was, you know, not there for you, or they didn't really take care of you the best that they could. They ain't teach you nothing. They ain't show you nothing. They weren't really there for you for nothing. Like, when you really start to, like, for somebody, this is somebody older than you. It could be like a parent or a guardian or an aunt, uncle, or something, like an older cousin. Somebody who was like over you, older than you, supposed to take care of you and teach you stuff. Like, it's something about this person. Like, you don't see them the same no more. Like, as you did when you was younger, you was more naive, you was innocent, and you didn't really know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you younger, your parent don't take care of you, and they kind of like a deadbeat. It don't matter to you. You just want their attention or whatever. But then when you get older, you start realizing, like, dang, I was wearing shoes that was talking. My big toe was frostbite at the bus stop because you ain't buy me no shoes, and my mama was working 3 jobs and still couldn't afford it. Like, she had to pay for her way to get through college so she can make a better life for us. Eventually, we did get a better life, but while we was younger, you didn't help contribute nothing. That type junk. It'd be like that. It's like, you done lost respect for this person. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see them the same. Everything done came to light. They done been exposed, you know what I'm saying, from life, just life, and just, you know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing that nobody putting in your ear. Wasn't no bug in your ear about this person. It's just throughout life, you seen they wasn't there for you. You seen they ain't really contribute. They ain't do nothing for you. So it's like you lost respect for this person. So it's like, can't even really, this person don't listen. Like, something about this person, they talk too much. They might think they know everything. I don't know. It just, but they even know, man. To a certain extent, they feel like you don't respect them. You know what I'm saying? This person probably work in a profession where you like, yeah, I don't respect you, because what you do is corrupt, or what you do is snitching, or what you do is taking people's kids, or like whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? It's like something about this person. Now that you older, you see what it is that they do or been doing, or it's something about them. It's like you don't respect them, and they know you don't respect them like that. You know what I'm saying? You see the corruption, you see right through them now. That you ain't young no more, you ain't naive no more. And even if you were in your adult life when this happened, it's something about something now. Is like your thinking cap on. You see right through this person. You can see straight now, and like, y'all can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Like, you can really see now. You know what I'm saying? Like. But yeah, they feel like you lost respect because you did. You know what I'm saying? You forgave this person, but that don't mean you supposed to be their doormat. These people think that since when you was a child and they would do stuff to you, you would just have to forgive them because, you know what I'm saying, you related to them, or you they mama, they daddy, you they child, whatever the case may be. But it's like they want you to be like they doormat. You ain't no doormat no more. Like, you ain't got to be no doormat no more. You done got older. You ain't naive. You ain't crazy. You ain't as innocent and dumb, or whatever word you want to use when you was younger. So it's like, now it's not that you not innocent no more. They not innocent no more. But it's like, you not finna be their doormat. They can't just run over you no more. So that's what I mean. Like, now you see how they really are. It's like, ugh. All you can do is really pray for this person, because you already know they toxic. They can't even see their own ways. They refuse to acknowledge God, Jesus, anything like that. So they are just in total denial. Them demons on them got them on, like, the demons that's on this person is on assignment, and they winning, like, for real. This person, you might feel sorry for him to a certain extent, because you can see them kind of sinking in that dark space. Like, you can see that they don't even have the wherewithal, or maybe they didn't have a fair chance at life. Like, they weren't given certain things. Maybe this is a person who didn't have their parents growing up, or they was like adopted or in a foster care or something. Like, something with this person is like, they didn't get you feel like they didn't get a fair chance at life. Like, so it's like certain stuff they probably couldn't even instill. If this is a parent or whatever, or somebody old, they couldn't even instill certain things into you, because they didn't even get that. You know what I mean? So it's like, with this person, the toxicity that they have to a certain level is something that that only a higher power or God will understand the depths of this person, like why they are the way that they are. You have some understanding to a certain extent, because God put that in you, and you God's child. But you know that this person so far gone is like nothing you could say or do, or nobody. It's like, this person need to be touched by an angel for real. Like, they need God. Like, all you really could do is pray for them. That's really the only power you feel like you have to help this person, is to pray for them, because it's going to take a higher power, which you're probably connected to, you know what I'm saying, because you're a child of God. But this person might not even be a child of God, so they don't get the same benefits. They don't get the same grace as us. And then on top of that, whatever circumstances that they grew up in, or whatever the trauma that they've been through, they didn't really get a fair chance. So it's like, you might feel, to a certain extent, you feel sorry about this person. But when you was younger, all this was going on with this person, but it was kind of like going over your head, because you just didn't know better, or at a certain point in your life, you just didn't know better. And now you know, and it's just kind of like, it's sad at the same time, because it's like, you feel sorry for them. And it's like, dang, why you like this? But you slick know why they like that. And it's like, dang, why they like that? They couldn't really help it. You can't really help it. It was kind of out of their control. They was a child. It's kind of like what was handed to them. So it's just really a messed up situation. That's why it's really nothing nobody could do but prayer. Only God knows why this person's life is like this. You know what I'm saying? But don't give this person a cent, man. Like, the fact that you kind of might feel sorry for this person make you want to, like, give them a whole bunch of grace. But it's like, man, don't give this person a cent. This person is so toxic to the point where it's like, you go back and forth feeling sorry, blah, 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 whatever. But it's like, they don't deserve a cent of your energy. Like, yeah, forgive, yeah, make sure everything's straight, but they really don't deserve a cent. As soon as you feel that energy flipping over, and they trying to bring out the negative side of you, or bring out the worst in you, they don't deserve that part. They don't deserve a cent from you, especially if this is a person who never raised you or took care of you, or wasn't at no doctor's appointments, no graduations. They was not there. They don't deserve a cent from you. So it's like, nah. And when I'm saying cent, I ain't talking about like money or nothing like that. It's like for real. Like, I'm talking about like, they don't deserve any of your energy. And I ain't trying to say like new age stuff. It's like, man, every time we talk, we gotta come after and say what we mean, because there's so many Pharisees out here that want to take your words and switch it up and twist it and make it this and that. If you do that over here, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna block you. You're gonna be watching from a fake page, because you lame anyway. But yeah, like, don't go out your way to try to not understand what I'm trying to say, because I can't stand people that do that. Y'all get on my nerves. But don't give these people a lick of energy. Don't get them a red scent, hot scent, however it said, whatever, a hot penny, whatever. Don't give them nothing, because this person is already, they have that energy where they trying to bait it. If they may call like, oh baby, I'm just calling to check on you, or oh, I just want to see how you doing, or whatever. But it's like, oh, they acting like they want to see what's going on in your life, and maybe you want to know what's going on in their life, but you really do have good intentions for the conversation. This person has intentions, start off asking questions, monitoring spirit, they want to tear you down halfway within the conversation. It's like, bro, just, that's what I'm saying, that what they trying to pull out of you, they don't deserve that out of you. So do not give it to them, because after you give that negative, whatever they trying to get out of you, or argument, whatever, you gonna feel depleted, drained, and stupid, because you already knew this person was like this anyway. That's what this is talking about. Like, curiosity killed the cat. That saying is not in the Bible, but I got some Bible verses to go over with you guys to talk about that basically mean the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to starve these people of that, whatever that is that they trying to get from you, to feed off of them demons. You need to starve them of that. Don't give them what they looking for. They say something rude or crazy or shady or whatever, they throwing shade, low key, whatever, just be like, oh, okay, let it go right over your head, like you ain't even understand, keep it in your mind, and then just get off the phone with them and be done. Don't block them, whatever. But you could pick up on people energy. You know when somebody jealous, feeling stupid, or sounding crazy on the phone, just leave them alone. But even if they in your face, But yeah, for these people, a lot of them, they have not changed. So why are you so curious? Maybe it's because you trying to see if they changed, if anything has gotten better. That could be, because for me, that's what it is in my situation. The only reason why I answer is because I'm looking for some type of hope, man. I still have hope that this person can come through, you know what I'm saying, and switch over. This person is a non-believer anyway. But I just be, you know what I'm saying, that's really what I'm curious about, because every now and then this person might call me and say stuff that sound like, the word of God, or they getting closer to God, or like they might be changing or whatever. So it's like, I'm curious to see, are you growing? And then I'm always met with the same disappointment, like, nah, they still the same, still toxic. So it's like discernment, reading it, because honestly, if you in the same boat as me, it's people around you, you ain't heard nothing good about this person changing in the first place. So it's like, ain't no need to be curious. You already know how this person is. If something was changing, you would have heard about it. You ain't heard nothing but bad. So it's like, this person not even changing. Like, so that's how you know that this is the form of spiritual warfare. This is the devil using this person to try to bring you into some type of temptation, which this curiosity is a form of temptation. You're tempted to see what's going on. And once you get in and you're involved and you open the door, now it becomes a distraction, because now they done whoop-de-doo your tail. They done, what's Malcolm X used to say, bamboozled you. And now you just over here looking stupid. You distracted from your purpose and what you could have been doing, or how you was having a good day. And it's just like, bruh, this person's like a drug. Just say no. Okay, just say no. All right. So anyway, curiosity killed the cat is not actually in the Bible. What this actually means is that someone's being tempted by evil, or to do evil, or to pursue knowledge, basically, of something that's probably going to end up being toxic or evil or bad or negative. And that leads to a negative consequence, because you're taking it in. Whatever that is, you're taking it in. So it means being tempted by evil or pursuing knowledge that leads to a negative consequence. So you're curious to hear what they say, and then when they say it, it's just negativity, and then that negativity will start an argument or a bad consequence. Okay? So it's like, and you're tempted to hear what they're saying, but what they're saying is just evil. So what's the point? All right? Now, in my Bible, in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12, it says, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. I'll read that again. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. It says, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. And so curiosity killed the cat. I was watching a cartoon, and a little girl, somebody had said that, and then she was like, but cats have 9 lives. And she made a little joke about it or whatever. And I was like, that's funny. And then the subject of curiosity killed the cat came up again. I was like, okay, this needs to be spoken on. So, you don't have 9 lives. You're not a cat. Okay. But what I do notice is I've had like 9 or more encounters where my life could have been taken by curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. It could have been taken by curiosity, but God didn't allow it. So I've been in graceful situations where God graced me and nothing happened to me. Okay, or maybe things happened, but I still came out unscathed, or on top, or not really hurt. You know what I'm saying? It was just ended up being learning lessons. But things could have happened, and it's been more than 9 times. You know what I'm saying? I can count. It's been more than 9 times where things could have happened that didn't happen. So it's like, Yeah, I was curious. Yeah, I was tempted. In your life, you're going to be curious and tempted more than 9 times. Okay. And you may get away with some stuff, and some stuff you may not come out of. I know a lot of people who have not come out of they was into curiosity. Sometimes the curiosity that they was into joining forces that was coming up against me, and now those people are no longer here. And I said this before in another video, and when I'm saying no longer here, I'm not talking about no longer here in my life. I'm talking about no longer here in my life or on this planet. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not in the land of the living no more. So it's like with those people, they was tempted and they was curious to do evil, join evil, or get some kind of evil knowledge, and it killed them. They no longer here. So don't let that be you. You know what I'm saying? That's literally the whole point of this message tonight. That's what this whole message is about. There's a way that seems right to man, because man don't know everything. That's why you're supposed to follow the path of what God has for you, because he's not going to steer you wrong. But it ends in the way of death when man is trying to do what seems right. You don't do what seems right to man. You do what seems right to God. That's what being virtuous and righteous is. Doing what God tell you to do before you make a move. How can you fail if you're doing what God said to do? Okay? So why would God lead you to failure, or to lead? God is not going to lead you that way. You know what I'm saying? So, what appears good or interesting to man at first glance can lead to a destructive path. That's what temptation is. It leads you to a destructive path when you actually jump on that temptation. The scripture of Proverbs chapter 14 verse 12 is used to make a contrast between the prudent, the fool, and the simple. And when I say the simple means simple ways to avoid things. Like what comes to my mind is, have you ever met someone who's not with the drama? They not with it. Confirmation 223. I just saw it again. They not with it. It's like you could say something to them and you may think it go over their head, but it don't go over their head. It's just the way that they handle situations with such maturity and class. They're not going to step to that level to dig further into anything that's toxic or negative or mean or rude. They're very simple. So you may say something that is funny to you and is rude and it's about another person, and then another person that you're joking with may delve into that joke and be like, haha, that was funny. Whereas another person, they might look at you and that's not funny to them. Anything that's toxic or negative or mean or whatever, even if you're trying to make a joke out of it, it's not funny to them. So they may look at you like you crazy. They may look at you like you crazy. Because to them, they are simple when it comes to matters of toxicity or anything that's a destructive path, anything that's bad for them. They're so mature or classy or godly or holy or righteous or virtuous that they're simple minded when it comes to drama. It's very simple, very quick. You say what you say and then they like, and then they keep moving. They're not going to dig deeper. They're not going to delve deeper into what you said and bring that toxicity up and party in it with you. There are certain people who just don't like drama. And that's what comes to my mind when I think about somebody like this who's very simple. You might be in a crowd of people, y'all all making jokes, talking about something that's not really funny, talking about a particular person, and that person is not joining in. And you looking at that person like, dang, they so simple. They don't even got nothing to add to the joke, or they not laughing, or it's not funny to them. No, that type of humor is not funny to them. They're simple when it comes to drama. It's not funny to them. They're not on that level of toxicity. All right. And so that's the type of person that comes to mind, because the next scripture is coming from Romans chapter 16, verse 9. And it says, I would have you wise. What? Okay. I would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning evil. Now, I hope I copied that right, because I'm not reading it directly from the Bible. Hold on real quick. Your obedience is known to all, so that I rejoice over you, but I want you to be wise as to what is good and innocent as to what is evil. So this is a different translation. It says this is an illusion. It is an illusion. Curiosity killed the cat is an illusion. You curious as to something that's going to kill you. You curious thinking that it's better. It's going to be something good, and it's not. Anyway, I would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning evil. So when I was saying simple earlier in the other verse on Proverbs 14 verse 12, it's chapter 14 verse 12, is talking about how it's comparing the prudent and the fool, like basically the wise and the fool. And the fool is not simple to negativity, but the prudent person who is wise is very simple to negativity of any form. Okay. And so what Romans chapter 16 verse 19 is also confirming is that God is saying, I would have you wise, like give your wisdom towards things that are good, but be simple when it's concerning things that are evil. Don't give too much energy into it. Delve deeper into things that are good. Be simple with things that are negative, mean, rude, envious, exude jealousy, whatever. Anything that's concerning evil, be very simple with dealing with it. Okay. This is going to save you a lot of drama in your life. Okay. Because our conduct in our life, how we conduct ourselves, our behavior is what leads to consequences in life. Okay. So there's that. That's the message for today. I hope it makes sense. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace and love you.